I would like to start off with a quote by Alfred Adler. He says, "What do you first do when you learn to swim? You make mistakes, do you not? And what happens? You make other mistakes, and when you have made all the mistakes you possibly can without drowning, and some of them many times over, what do you find? That you can swim. Well, life is just the same as learning to swim. Do not be afraid of making mistakes, for there is no other way of learning how to live." Making mistakes is okay. It's a part of being human. There is not a single person in this room or on earth that hasn't made a mistake, and that is why we are here, to make mistakes and learn from them. So don't waste your time trying to be perfect. You'd just be digging a deeper hole. Making mistakes is essential to life so you can learn and grow from it. Today I will be going over the difference between being perfect and making mistakes, and why making mistakes is normal and good to learn from. To start out, the definition by the dictionary for perfect is making something completely free from faults or defects, or as close to such a condition as possible. To be perfect means to be free of any mistakes and to already know everything, meaning there would be no point to learning, discovery, or even life itself. There would be no uniqueness and quality traits of different people. Here I have a picture. As you can see, there is a whole and clean dish. Let's say someone dropped the dish and now it is broken. They made a mistake because they didn't know how to handle the dish with care. But with some glue and teaching, the plate is somewhat new again. They were also able to learn how to handle the dish and now know for future reference. As the famous quote, "You have to experience the bad to appreciate the good." Another quote by Wayne Dyer says, "There are some people who live 70 years, and there are some people who live 1 year 70 times, repeating what they're doing over and over. These years would be the same if you were perfect. No differences, and most of all, no mistakes." Which leads me to my second point. The definition of a mistake in the dictionary is an action or a judgment that is misguided or wrong. Raise your hand if you have never made a mistake in your life. I bet you no one in the entire world would raise their hand. Everyone here messes up or does something wrong that they regret. But how would you know if it was wrong or how to fix it if you had never done it in the first place? One of my favorite quotes states, "Not making mistakes is the biggest mistake you can make." Mistakes help you learn and grow, discover your flaws, areas of confusion, and even your breaking points. Which then leads me to my third and final point. Mistakes are what make you, you. They teach you, guide you, and show you what needs to be done, changed, or fixed. Take a look at this picture. It can take 3 or even 1,000,000 tries to get something right. That doesn't mean that the end product is of any less worth. It means and shows the growth you have made and the progress from being stuck at the bottom and rising to the top. So don't be discouraged when you have 1,000,000 wads of paper or unplanned mistakes in the trash. Move forward until you can get it right. Today I have talked about how mistakes are what define you, teach you, and keep you going on the right path. Don't get hung up on trying to keep and make everything perfect. It won't work. So I encourage you to keep making mistakes and don't let anyone get you down from that. Just remember, we are only humans and physically can't make everything perfect. So, make mistakes or break dishes. Fix them and remember those lessons taught to you from them.